Hello and welcome back to Green-HillGaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, it is the return of KAHN in Season 9 of Kombat League in Mortal Kombat 11. So sit back, relax, as always, stay safe, more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So it has been a long time since I played some Mortal Kombat 11. And particularly, it's been a long time since KAHN has graced his presence. So I'm actually looking forward to this live stream. I have been playing a lot of Resident Evil in the last couple of weeks. Resident Evil 3 Remake and Resident Evil Resistance. So I'm taking a break now from Resident Evil to play some much beloved Mortal Kombat. I've a bit late at the party with Season 9 of Kombat League. There's only 3 days left, so I'm not even going to any of these challenges. And hello to my lovely combatant who has joined the live stream. Welcome to my Mortal Kombat 11 Season 9 of Kombat League
Baraka.
Return of KAHN live stream.
Shao Kahn.
You are extremely welcome to my live stream. I hope that you are keeping safe and well. As always,
Jackson
enjoy
Briggs.
the live stream.
Coliseum Beast Pen.
Dear God, this is going to be interesting because I've been playing so much of the same game for a long time. It's going to be interesting to get back on the saddle of Shao Kahn.
Your flunky really ticked me off.
Ermac was to kill you.
As if ripping my arms off would do it.
Round
I will
one.
finish you off,
Fight.
Jax. Off to a good start, I must say. Well, it was at least, anyway. Oh, Shao Kahn. It's like riding a bike. You know? It really is like riding a bike with Shao Kahn.
Round 2.
I love it.
Fight. Finish him.
Ah, I still remember the attack. I'm going to take a break now from Resident Evil.
Fatality.
Play other
Shao
games.
Kahn
Gotta go back
wins.
and finish The Last of Us as well. Plenty of time to complete The Last of Us because, unfortunately, because of the coronavirus situation, Last of Us 2 has been indefinitely delayed, which is unfortunate, but for someone like me who has yet to complete the first Last of Us, it's actually a good thing. So I've got to go back and play that game, along with many other great games. And, speaking of great games,
Scorpion.
I have
Shirai Ryu Fire Garden.
ordered a game by the name of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is ordered, it will be delivered in the next 3 to 6 working
Did my
days.
chat send?
It didn't. Wait, what? Well, that comment must end.
Round 1.
Welcome, Damien Buddy, to Green Hill Gaming. It is the return of KAHN, Buddy. A long awaited return of KAHN in Season 9 Kombat League in Mortal Kombat 11, so as always, you're welcome to the live
What's
stream.
happening tomorrow lunchtime?
Tomorrow lunchtime. Let me see. Well, I will play it and live stream a game other than Resident Evil because I feel like I need to take a break from Resident Evil. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil. I didn't realise it.
What's coming in 3 to 6 days?
Oh yeah, 2 seconds now, let me just kick this guy's ass. No offense, Scorpion. In 3 to 6 working
Round
days,
two,
Final
fight.
Fantasy VII Remake will be arriving at my doorstep. So happy. It was in stock in Smith's today, so I ordered it. That's going to be a brand new game to look forward to. That will be live streamed on Green-HillGaming. Revenge of Scorpion. Take that, Scorpion. Yeah, man, I was browsing Smith's website today and seen that Final Fantasy VII Remake was indeed in stock, available for home delivery. But only available for home delivery, seeing as all the stores currently closed due to the coronavirus pandemic. Is that $59.99 or €60 free delivery as well, which is great. So that should be arriving between 3 to 6 working days. But while I wait for that game to arrive, I will be returning to games like The Last of Us. Gotta complete that.
Online.
God, I'm
Combat
actually
League
forgotten.
ranked set.
I pretty much have given up on. I actually forget the name of the game, which says a lot. Death Stranding. I'm done with Death Stranding. You know, I mean, he's a genius, Hideo Kojima. He tries different things. You know, he changes it up. Every opportunity he gets, but I think that man made a huge mistake when he departed from Konami. Really,
He should have made a horror, to be honest.
he should have not departed with Konami and continued with the Silent Hills project. And he should be making Metal Gear Solid 6 right now. I can't forget that he leave Konami, or did Konami basically tell him to fuck off? I actually forget. But regardless, Hideo Kojima should be working with Konami right now. He should be working on the next Metal Gear Solid game. We should all have been well playing Silent Hills by now. You know, that's what I would say about Hideo Kojima. Death Stranding just didn't do it for me. I mean, I did my absolute best to just...
Konami gave him the Benoit treatment.
They did, and look, a lot of people were not happy with that, including myself and a lot of other gamers.
Joker.
But I think in hindsight, you know, looking back on the situation, what did we get as a result? Metal Gear Survive, and not one new Silent Hill game. Silent Hills got cancelled, and we got an absolute bore fest that's called Death Stranding. So that it
But
really
yeah, Death Stranding was shit.
Exactly my point. Perfect timing, by the way. So did it really benefit us, the gamers, in the end? Like, we all felt sorry for Hideo Kojima, and you know, at the Game Awards we were like, yeah, that's it. That's it, Kojima. You give Konami the middle finger. Yeah, that's great. But did it work out well for us? You know, when you think about it, like, where's Metal Gear? Where's Silent Hills? And look at the shit that is Death Stranding. So, yeah, Hideo Kojima should have just bit his lip and just you know, suck it up, continue making Metal Gear games. Silent Hill should have went ahead, and all of us gamers would have benefited as a result. But there you go. I actually forget some of the games that I'm currently playing. I have to have a look tomorrow and see what other games you have to get around to play. I had to delete a couple of games off my dashboard. No, that's Xbox's games. My menu basically. Free up a bit of space. Another Final Fantasy VII remake is it's like 90 gigabytes or something. I don't know how I feel though about. I didn't really think too much about this. I kind of forgot about it, but the fact that Final Fantasy VII remake is episodic, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about paying €60 for. Well, I already paid €60 for the game. It's not going back now, but paying €60 for a section of Final Fantasy VII, and then like in months or years to come, having to pay another €60 for another section of Final Fantasy VII. I mean, how many parts are there going to be? Like, the original Final Fantasy VII that came out on PS1 had 3 discs. You paid your price for the game, you got your 3 discs, you got the full experience. It's kind of weird now how I have to pay for those like virtual discs, so to speak. Like, you know, it's almost like a tolling station opens up. You know, in the original it would say insert disc 2 now. Now it's like pay €60 now to play the rest of the game. It's like modern gaming is fucking shit, to be honest with you. I have to say, like. I mean, I get it takes a lot of effort to remake the game, like, but fuck me, like, I bet to pay €60 for each part of the game, like, come on, especially a game that has already been made, like, it's kind of shitty, like, to be honest. If I haven't owned it, I can't go back now. I like Final Fantasy so much I just can't, you know, I can't go without it really, to be honest.
Taste no victory. Round
Joker
2
is looking nice
fight.
And sleek. I have to say. Ouch. KAHN is gonna feel that one in the morning. You know, with your KAHN, he just gets the job done. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. I may be using the same moves over and over again like John Cena, but John Cena gets the job done, he collects the paycheck, and hello to my second combatant who has rocked and rolled their way into the live stream of Season 9 Kombat League in Mortal Kombat 11.
Hey Green-HillGaming.
Who is in the house?
Fatality. Shao Kahn
Hello.
wins.
Hulk, I'm just going to call you Hulk. Hulk, what is up? What is up? What is up? How are you keeping? How are you getting on, as they say here in Ireland? What's the crack, as they say here in Ireland? Are you keeping safe and well from the crazy coronavirus pandemic? Great to have you in the live stream.
Online.
YouTube is really weird lately. It won't allow me to go into your channel, so I don't know if I have already subscribed to your channel. YouTube, as always, acting very, very strange. Never a dull moment with YouTube, is there? I think I have subscribed to you. I think I have. Your name sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I remember saying Hulk before. Do you know what game I want to get as well? And I just think it's the perfect time. And hello to my other 2 viewers who have joined the live stream. So hello to 4 of my viewers, 4 according to my PlayStation, 2 according to my phone. My phone is having an argument with my PlayStation, basically. But just want to say hello to all of my lovely viewers watching the live stream. It is great to have you all here on my live stream of Kombat League Season 9, where it is the return of KAHN.
Shao Kahn, the Terminator.
I don't think I've ever had a main as good as Shao Kahn in a game. Like, he is just the guy that I go to, the guy that gets the job done, gets in those victories, man. It's insane. But because there's only 3 days left in Kombat League Season 9, I don't think I'm going to focus on completing any challenges, any objectives, nothing like that. Not like Season 8 where I was just absolutely annihilating.
I am good, thank you. I am keeping safe. Yes, we met on a retro gaming stream a while back. I remembered you are Irish. I'm part Irish myself.
Ah, nice, man. What game was I playing, by the way? Was I live streaming? Was I live streaming on my phone, or was it a PS4 broadcast? It's been a while since I've done a live stream on the phone where I was like doing retro games. And glad that you're keeping well and safe as well, by the way. There's Chad Middleton's favourite character. Shout out to Chad Middleton. Oh, I don't want to go back to the days of giving shout outs. I don't want anyone to feel left out on my channel, but nonetheless, Chad Middleton, one of my subs, huge fan of the Terminator. This stage is actually my favourite stage in the whole game. It's full of retro, Mortal Kombat 11 arcade machines. I was going to say some of them are retro, but then I realised how old I actually am and how long it's been since I was playing at least those games with games like Mortal Kombat, Shaolin Monks, and I think Deception is there as well. But it has been a hell of a long time since those games got released, so like, they are retro. So, interactive question time, I think, as it has been a hell of a long time since I asked an interactive question in one of my live streams. First interactive question is pretty simple, straightforward. How is everybody getting on in these crazy times, in the coronavirus pandemic? I know, Hulk, you answered already, but you know, how are you all getting on? How are you all coping? What's the one thing that helps you through? Okay, I'm asking tons of questions here. Let me rephrase. Interactive question. So, what's the one thing that's helping you cope through these crazy times? So I'm asking everyone in the live stream, like chat, that question right now. I think for me it's pretty self-evident. Gaming. But I really want that.
We met on someone else's retro gaming stream. I cannot remember the name of the channel.
Someone else's retro stream. That's crazy.
Fight.
And the game has been ended because this guy has Mac Wi-Fi. That rhymed, by the way. Yeah, I'll find a new opponent nonetheless.
Online.
That's mental.
Kombat League ranked set.
I really want, what's it called again? Mortal Kombat Classic Collection Online. I hope the fuck it doesn't call that, to be honest with you, because it's a very long, tricky name, really. They should just call it Mortal Kombat HD or something. But yeah, there's, I don't even want to call it rumoured, because it's pretty much confirmed, because what would you call them? The censor board, what are they called? The ratings board have rated this game. So if a ratings board have rated the game, then it pretty much confirms the existence of such game. and such game is Mortal Kombat Classic Collection Online. Is it called that though? It's basically a remake, a HD remake of the original Mortal Kombat trilogy. So Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. Not to confuse anyone with the actual game that's called Mortal Kombat Trilogy, because it is a game.
Do you know the YouTube members Brian Trusty, Chlove81, Zombie Jilt 1, Sarah Maru or Slayer 768? It might be one of their streams.
Honestly, none of those YouTubers ring a bell. That is funny. You don't remember the name of the game that was being streamed by any chance? That might ring a few bells. But I would love to get my hands on some classic Mortal Kombat, you know, remade.
Rage.
Sorry, my mind is just gone. Like, completely blank. How long ago was this? Roughly. Streets of Rage. Are you sure it wasn't me?
Black market.
Are you sure that you didn't that it wasn't me that you met in the live stream, and it was me that was actually live streaming Streets of Rage, and then you subbed to my channel? Is that not a possibility? Because I definitely did stream Streets of Rage.
Hello.
Round 1.
Hello,
Fight.
Father. Welcome back to Green-HillGaming. I know if you wanted to catch a live stream for a very long time, well, tonight is your lucky night. So in this live stream, I am playing Season 9 of Combat League in Mortal Kombat.
Been a long time.
11. It's been a hell of a long time, to be honest with you. How were you on this fine Friday night?
It was you.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I remember now. Excuse my slow mind.
No, you're fine. That's absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely
Can't stay
hilarious.
long.
That's one of the funniest moments on Green-HillGaming. And no problem. That is so funny. I was thinking that, I was thinking, there may be a possibility that it was me live streaming Streets of Rage. Oh, that's so funny. God, I love this game. So John, aka Dad, this is a game that you should be very
Either way,
familiar
it's
with.
good to see you.
Same here, man. Same here. It's good to be back live streaming some Mortal Kombat. But it would be great at that if the HD remake of the original Mortal Kombat trilogy, 1, 2, and 3, got officially confirmed, announced, released. More importantly, to be honest.
Did you set up your plan?
My phone plan.
Yes.
I did indeed. Oh shit. I did indeed. I have 3 calls to any network. Unlimited data for €20 a month.
Round 2. Fight.
And I cancelled my other account. With that one that was taking €30 out of my
Was thinking that.
€30 out of my account. Yeah.
Good to see you back.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to have you back on the live
Final round.
stream.
Fight.
I said the reason you probably didn't see any of my live streams is because I can't share my streams on the Facebook anymore because they have removed Facebook from PlayStation. So I'll just go straight to YouTube now. Gladly finish the ball. And hello to my 5th viewer. Welcome to the return of KAHN in my live stream for Mortal Kombat 11. Kombat League Season 9.
KAHN wins.
It's a pity I joined the Kombat League a bit late. To say the very least. There's only 3 days left. You normally get I think you normally get a full month or something. You get a good couple of weeks anyway. Because I know that in the last season, it was season 8.
Online.
A good long bit.
Kombat League. Ranked set.
Like, I'm not even going to get the combatant dates there. Oh well. Nobody has had their headset on yet. I wonder how many people have muted me. But what's funny is sometimes people who hear my voice coming out would be like, oh, he's doing a live stream, and then they'll actually find me and they'll be like, oh, I was listening to your live stream, and then they're like, sub.
Shao Kahn.
What I have noticed as well, and it's really annoying me, is because one thing that I'm completely against on YouTube is bots. People who purchase bots, people who use bots, people who engage with bots, just bots in general. I hate. Basically fake YouTube, like robot YouTube accounts, basically commenting on their own videos saying, great content, keep it up, great content, keep it up, great content, keep it up. Well, I have never in my life, I never will in my life, purchased a bot, ever. And I wouldn't want anyone to purchase one for me. But I have noticed that in a few of my live streams there has been a bot, basically. Same person, same channel, and you can just tell from a mile away it's a bot, right? And it's annoying, because I don't want that on my channel, I don't need that on my channel. My channel speaks for itself. People willingly join my live streams, they willingly subscribe to my channel, they willingly come back for more content. I don't need to, you know, get a bot to get support from my channel. Yeah, people use bots. I work for somebody. I think I've always been a streamer, you know, as far back as the Sega Mega Drive days. I've always liked people watching me playing video games. I would show people, like, oh, look at this level, look at what's happening in this game. I always did that. Always did that. Anyone who was there, whether it was a family member or a friend, anyone from me fucking passing the fucking house, hey, come in here, look at this. Always enjoyed having other people watch me play video games. So I think once that became, like, you know, once live streaming became a reality, where I realized I can actually YouTube emoji, love it. Once I realized that I could basically take that to the next level, and by just basically like broadcasting my game to the whole world, you know, so anyone can watch. I was like, yes, fucking this is great, I can do this, you know. That's kind of what got me into live streaming. I know I had a YouTube channel before that, but as far as live streaming was concerned, and as far as like a gaming channel was concerned, you know, Green-HillGaming was concerned, it all basically started with that love of sharing my passion of video games with the world, which is my slogan, and it will always be my slogan. That's what it's all about. It's not about fame and fortune. It's not about, oh, I'm a beautiful YouTuber. I gotta play some trendy games, or I gotta make some content. But like, it's just me saying, hey, look at me, look at me playing Mortal Kombat. You know, if I'm playing a game with an amazing story, they always kind of like show people that story, talk to people about that story, you know? So, that's what it's all about on Green-HillGaming.
Round 2, fight.
Emoji eggplant, emoji sweat droplets, wash hands.
Oh my god, is that? Well, that's some serious emoji right there.
I hit my hand off the bed today, very sore.
Ouch. What happened? Following up from the last emoji comment, it's kind of just an awkward question to ask, but how did that happen?
The bad one.
Oh, God. You alright though?
Cleaning my room.
Jesus, you goes mad cleaning your room. Absolutely mad, man. I don't know how many times you're after rearranging that room of yours, man. And your room has gotten more makeovers than Beyonce's face.
Kombat League.
I'm fine but sore.
Ouch. You need to take it easy, man.
Only the floor.
Alright. Well, just don't end up on the floor. And you'll be fine.
Kung Lao. Shao
Oh,
Kahn.
Damien, did you see the patent that Sony filed for? I didn't read too much into it, so I don't know if it's for the PS5 or if it's just like if it's just going to be something that Sony is working on. But it involves like this, like electronic pet or something. Again, I didn't look too much into it; just overlooked the image. It looks crazy though.
Nearly was with the pain, lol. Mood.
Mood.
Things.
Nearly was with the. Yeah, mood. Sorry, that's the name of the patent, isn't it? Yeah, it can basically, yeah, something about that it can tell your emotions and moods. It sounds mental, man. This is what I want to see, man. This is the kind of stuff I want to see. This crazy, that kind
It
of
tells
crazy.
your mood.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, buddy. That's the one. Spot on. That's the one. That's the one. I didn't read too much into it, as I said, but I think the patent and I read it, the headline, and that's what it is. It inherently reads your tells your mood.
Wait, is that?
It is crazy. It's hard to explain, but Sony have patented technology that will allow it to tell your mood. I don't know how it comes into effect. I haven't read too much into it. I'm going to have to read it tomorrow. But it sounds crazy, and it's just kind of crazy, fun innovation that I want from a console. Because we all like good-looking games. Of course we do. But I think we've reached a stage in gaming now where, you know, graphics have reached its peak. and I think you have to kind of go beyond that. And even Sony themselves have said that. Even Mark has said that himself. And then he went on to talk for 45 minutes about specs, but nonetheless, we all have to go beyond graphics, I think. And I think, you know, innovative fun is going to be something that, you know, will lead this next generation console life cycles. Right? And, you know, innovation like that, being able to tell the mood of the gamer is pretty crazy, and it's something I really like. And I just hope the fuck that actually comes into effect. Like when we see the full reveal of PS5 now very soon, I hope that is something that really gets highlighted. I would love something like that. And even things like a next generation VR headset. I love VR. I played it. I have actually did manage, now thankfully I managed to play a reasonably good amount of Resident Evil 7.
To go, good to see you back. Enjoyed watching my son do what he does his best. LOL night.
Thank you, man, I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Dad, I appreciate that. It's kind of funny calling you a man, isn't it? Thank you, Dad, I appreciate that, and thank you for dropping by the live stream. It's good to have you back as well, and I appreciate that, and good night to you, and I will see you next time on Green-HillGaming.
Black Market Alley.
That's exactly what it is. This is what I love to do. Is what I love to do for a very long time. Is just basically have people watch me playing video games. It's just, I love it. I've always been like this.
Round 1, fight.
Like I'm the kind of person that come here, look at this, come here, look at this, you know. Oh my god, Damien, imagine like a virtual pet thingamajig, like sitting next to me on the couch, telling my mood when I'm like stuck trying to fight Nemi in Resident Evil 3 Remake. The thing would run out of the house back. This player is extremely pissed off. I must leave the room immediately. Now that would be some funny shit right there. But yeah, I gotta look into this. It reminds me of well, it's different, but at the same time it reminds me of this thing that the late great Satoru Iwata, former president of Nintendo, who sadly passed away a couple of years back, he had this patent. He wanted to do this vitality thing. It was like a little thing that like pinched your finger, like something you would see in a hospital doctor's office, that would like kind of like read your blood levels, things like that, like a weird little thing that would pinch your finger. And what it was supposed to do is it was supposed to basically see how stressed you are in a game, but it never basically became a thing.
There's nothing to look into at the moment. Nobody has anything on it, only a patent.
Online.
Oh, that's a pity, man. I love patents. I love patents, man. I love looking into patents. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to spend the whole day tomorrow looking at that patent, like the official patent. I'm going to go into the official source. Like I literally will go onto the US patent website and I will look at that patent in every bit of detail. And I know there's like tons of pages. I love doing it. I did it for a patent that Nintendo released at the time that ended up becoming the Nintendo Switch. And I correctly predicted the concept of Nintendo Switch. I was wrong about one thing, but overall I predicted a console that could be played anywhere, that you would only need one version of the game, played on handheld, played on the console. I predicted that concept by looking at a patent. The patent showed a gaming device that didn't have an optical disc drive, that only had SD card slots, which I correctly predicted were going to be slots for cartridges, because they showed the SD cards as well, and I said to myself, that's definitely going to be a cartridge, and those slots are definitely going to be for the cartridge into. And then it showed a controller with a screen, but what I didn't realise is the controller with the fucking screen was the actual console, so I couldn't work out how that was gonna. What I originally started saying was that you were going to get a console and a handheld together, but what it ended up becoming was the dock and then the actual Switch console itself. But more or less I predicted the concept of the Nintendo Switch by looking at a patent. Also, well, I got it completely wrong, but I looked at a patent for something that would then end up becoming a mini game for Super Mario Party on the Switch. It showed two screens or multiple screens being used at the same time. So what that ended up becoming was people using multiple Switches at the same time to play a mini game in Super Mario Party on Switch. But I love patents. So tomorrow I'm going to look into that patent. For the mood detector, as I'm just going to nickname it. But yeah, man, I love myself some patents. But that was,
Fight.
I actually like. At times I have to pinch myself because I don't believe, even to this day, that I actually predicted the concept of Switch. There's a lot of people talking online. A lot of people talking online about what the NX was going to be, and I know there was a couple of people that talked about a hybrid. But to my knowledge, the only things that they were saying were stuff like, oh, it's going to use the same operating system. It's going to use the same chips. So like the games can run on the handheld version. Basically, what people were saying was it was going to be a handheld version and it was going to be a console version. That's what people on the internet were saying when they mentioned a hybrid. But once I saw the patent again, which showed a game with no optical disc drive, slots for an SD card, and the SD cards themselves, and then they showed an actual, like, what looked like to be a controller with a screen in it. I think that was it then. And I just put all the pieces together, and I said to myself, what's the one thing Nintendo haven't been able to really do? And I remember thinking at the time, because Super Smash Bros. Got released for the Wii U and the 3DS, and I remember thinking to myself, you know, there's two versions of this game. And if you want to play Super Smash Bros. On the go, you have to buy a separate device. Go out there, pay money for a separate device, and if you want to play Super Smash Bros. On the go, you have to buy the game as well. So essentially, you're buying four products. You're buying two versions of the same game, and you're buying two systems. So I said to myself, this has got to be it. Like they're bound to be releasing a console that will allow you to have
Sega and Xbox partnership highly rumored but possibly not an acquisition. No one knows yet until Summer of Gaming.
That would be crazy. I wouldn't trust Sega. I wouldn't trust Sega if they're collaborating with Microsoft. Maybe deep down inside they just want to destroy every single gaming company going, because you know they get wiped out by Nintendo and Sony. And Microsoft as well. So I wouldn't trust Sega as far as I can throw them, to be honest. But that would be interesting to see what would happen there. You know, it would definitely be a case of Microsoft buying out Sega, because Sega would not have the finances to, you know, to buy out a company. So it would definitely be a partnership. You're right there. But an acquisition, it would definitely be an acquisition on Microsoft's behalf. If Microsoft would acquire Sega. Something that's pissing me off now. Like, they'll fuck off. Sorry, no, I'm going to hold conversation just a little bit here. So send out to my tits. Oh, screamed into my face. That's the first loss I got in the live stream. Not too bad. That's interesting stuff. Sega Xbox partnership highly rumoured, but possibly not enough. Right, not that much. No one knows yet until. Again, very interesting stuff indeed. Very interesting stuff indeed. I would say over the years, the many years since Sega stopped manufacturing consoles and they became, you know, developer publishers, they started making games for multiple consoles. There's been a lot of rumors, you know, about Sega going back to the console market, teaming up with various companies. So this is like another kind of like rumor or report that's doing the rounds. But like, it would basically mean that Sonic the Hedgehog would become one of Microsoft's IPs. So maybe they're trying to directly, even though they said their biggest competition was coming from Amazon and Google, which is hilarious. Maybe they want to kind of become like kind of a combination of Sony and Nintendo, where they can have like the likes of Halo, you know, and Gears of War as their flagship IPs, but then alongside that they basically become the company that owns, you know, a game like Sonic. So it would be interesting, but I don't know if Sega would allow that, you know. I don't know if Sega are in any financial, you know, situations or crises at the moment. Well, then again, every company in the world is in a financial crisis. I'm in a crisis right now, to be honest with you, because I can see. Not many people can block that move. Sindel, I give you credit. Then again, she is my ex. Sindel, former queen of the Denya. I gotta get back to the gaming. Oh, thank God for that.
You suck.
Forgot a lot of Shao Kahn. Like his opponent, they suck right before. He just completely tore their head off their shoulders, right to their chest, essentially.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
I can't help but think though how interesting it would be though if Microsoft became the owners, well, co-owners of Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know if that would ever happen. I mean, like, Sonic is a huge franchise, and it sells. This isn't a console war statement here or anything like that. This is just pure fact. It is a pure fact that Sonic sells more on Nintendo platforms for obvious reasons, because Nintendo's biggest audience are kids, and Sonic is a huge kids game. So yeah, Sonic games always sell better on Nintendo platforms. So you add, you know, the added sales they get on PlayStation and Microsoft. It would make no sense at all for Sega to, and bear in mind it's a very Japanese type game as well, I think, because it's, you know, Sega is a Japanese company, but that doesn't really matter. But for Sega to say to Microsoft, you can have Sonic, and we won't make any sales on Nintendo, and we won't make any sales on PlayStation. You can have Sonic, and this is a company that, you know, let's face it, like, their Xbox One isn't exactly a humongous success, and they see competition from Google and Amazon. So I don't know what kind of partnership. It would be interesting to see what kind of partnership they would have.
Online.
But
Kombat League. Ranked 7.
for that reason, like the reason I just gave there, I would find it very hard to believe that Sega would give up Sonic to a company like Microsoft. Kind of would be, it would be like well, any other company really. It would be a bit like if Rockstar got approached by, you know, Sony or Microsoft or even Nintendo for that matter. Yeah, let's just say for a second Nintendo approached Rockstar and said, here, we're going to give you billions Rockstar games. We're going to give you billions. If you make GTA
Cassandra
exclusive
Cage.
to Nintendo platforms. Like, I don't think Rockstar would do that, not even for billions, because they know that their audience is on PlayStation and Xbox.
Special
So they know that
Forces
they would be
Desert
losing out
Command.
on a lot of profit if they had done that. I know slightly similar situations have happened in the past. Like, look at Monster Hunter. Even though Monster
Round
Hunter
one. Fight.
debuted on PlayStation 2, there's a PS2 game I think as well. More recently, in recent years, in the last decade or so, Monster Hunter has been known as a Nintendo franchise. It has been on so many Nintendo platforms. And then all of a sudden, it becomes exclusive to PS4 and Xbox One. And there is no Nintendo version. So it has been done in the past with other games. And it's been done as well with Bayonetta. Because Bayonetta 1 released on PS3 and Xbox 360. All of a sudden there's a sequel and it's now exclusive to Wii U. And Bayonetta 3 will be exclusive to
Round
Switch.
2. Fight.
So it has happened with certain games. But yeah, we just have to watch and see what happens. Watch and see. What am I saying? The exact same thing. Wait. We have to wait and see what happens. I don't want to jinx myself, but I haven't lost one match in this live stream.
Finish her.
I honestly haven't. I lost a round, as in like a set. Not a set. Yeah, I lost one because you have to win 2 sets.
Shao Kahn wins.
I keep saying sets. The whole thing is a set. You have to win 2 games to win a set, basically. I would personally love, though, if Sega just made a full comeback, made a new console, Sega Mega Drive, Super Sega Mega Drive, the Sony Mega Drive. No, I would love that, obviously, because the nostalgia in me would love that, considering that I grew up with Sega. Because Sega is no longer making consoles. Like, I mean, it's easy kind of like forget them, and like because nowadays there's 3 companies that make consoles, and I'm going to mention Google, 3 different stuff and Amazon for that matter. There's 3 companies that make consoles: Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. So like nowadays people say, oh, what was your first console? Depending on what your age is. Like, a lot of people could say, oh, well, I grew up with the original, PlayStation, I grew up with the Xbox, I grew up with Nintendo, and like, it's hard, it's easy for people to kind of like forget Sega, like, but for me, and for a lot of other people, they would have grown up with Sega. So for me, and a lot of people know this, I've been exercising my vocal cords long enough saying this, but the very first video game console I ever played was drum roll please, surprise surprise, the Sega Master System. So I was a Sega guy at the very beginning, at the start of my gaming life. I was a Sega head. It wasn't Nintendo. And I surprise some people, not people who know me well, but some people who might be dropping into the live stream for the very first time. Some of my newer subs, would think that, oh, well, he's either a PlayStation head or he's either a Sega head. Well, first of all, I'm a gamer head. Full stop. I'm a gamer. I don't consider myself a Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Sega head. I consider myself a gamer. But somebody who's new on the live stream could say, okay, he's either a massive PlayStation head or he's either a massive Nintendo head, and they just completely disregard Sega. But when I first started out, my first 2 consoles were Sega consoles: Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive. I didn't get a Saturn, I didn't get a Dreamcast. I ended up getting a Nintendo 64 and PlayStation, and then Sega no longer made consoles, so they just kind of You know, no more Sega consoles, basically. But I would love if they returned to the console market. It would be interesting. I mean, the console market is extremely overcrowded right now. A lot of people might think, well, there's only 3 companies. Well, 3 companies in the video game industry is massive. You know what I mean? They have a 4th in there. And maybe that's what Sega and Microsoft want to do. Maybe Sega want to kind of like collaborate with Microsoft, but it's a bit late now for that because we know about the Xbox Series X. So I think if there was a collaboration of Sega, that in terms of the console anyway at least, that would have been announced by now. But if there's, you know, a collaboration in terms of software, it could very well happen.
Shao Kahn. Karan ship.
It would be interesting though, Sega to just... They'd have to repeat history. They'd have to do what... But this is what I think. I think they'd have to remind themselves who they were, what they were, what they did, what made them different, what made people
Round 1.
Come to them.
Fight.
Because Sega entered the video game industry when Nintendo monopolized the entire video game industry. There was nothing else. There was literally nothing else. There was Sega or nothing. Oh, sorry, there was Nintendo or nothing. And Sega came along and said, well, here's Sonic, here's Street Fighter 8, here's Golden Axe, have some fun. You know, they do things a little bit differently. You know, their marketing was just so aggressive. You would never see it now. You see it in social media, but never like on TV, like, you know. Like Sega's advertisement at one stage was Sega do what Nintendo don't, you know. And this was well before we had Crash Bandicoot, like, you know, standing outside Nintendo's headquarters making fun of Mario, like, you know. This was years before that, like. There's actually a documentary slash movie, I don't know what the hell it is, but it's supposed to be the console wars, focusing on Sega versus Nintendo. I really want to see that. I've heard nothing about it since. It needs to happen. So they would have to kind of go back to those kind of days and just do something completely different. There's something that I have been talking about for a while, kind of both in my own thoughts privately, and I have said it a few times in a few of my live streams, and this is actually where I'm going to end the live stream actually by having this little conversation. I think an indie console from Sega collaborating with indie companies, and they've already been doing this. Sega collaborated with indie companies to bring us the amazing Sonic Mania, and more recently they've done it with Street Fighter 4, which will be released I think it's like next week or the week after. They collaborated with indie companies. So, because again, this is what Sega did. When Sega entered the video game industry, with Sega Master System and Mega Drive, they did something different. They did what Nintendo did. So, you know, you've got Sony and Microsoft flexing their spectacle muscles. You've got Nintendo saying, oh, well, we do this, we do our own thing. We've got Mario, we've got Animal Crossing, we can play our games on the go. I think Sega will come along and say, well, it's a huge market for indie games. Indie developers want to do things their own way. Sometimes they don't like working with the bigger companies because they don't like... They want to... The bigger companies want to do things their own way. That maybe there's certain deadlines for their games to be released. So basically Sega could monopolise the indie market, and there will be no longer indie games on Sony consoles, Microsoft consoles, Nintendo consoles. But Sega would basically buy the indie market and basically, well, not that they would own the indies as such, but they would say, here's a console to you. You know, obviously Sega will make some money too, but basically an indie console from Sega. I thought I won that one. Damn it.
Final round.
Netherville and Beckham's Scorpion, but you're going there. That's my bed Beckham right now. I actually want to make a video about what I said on stage. About if Sega did return to the console market, what would they do with it? I think I'll say because Scorpion is... Well, Scorpion's been Scorpion basically, isn't it? Scorpion. I'll give him. I'm feeling crazy, so I'll give him mercy. Will I? Nah, you granddad. No mercy for me, man. I can't improve Outworld, Conqueror, Realms, and go for me. Fuck you, Scorpion. Oh man.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
This Sega thing is stuck in my head now. Definitely have to make a live stream, a video all about the possibility of Sega returning to the console market, and potentially, this is what I would like Sega to do, to make
online
indie console, that collaborate with all the indie developers out there and just make a console for them, so they can, you know, bring their visions to life and not be looked down on by the bigger companies that make, like, you know, Call of Duty and Mario and, you know, the Halos and all these big games, but just a console dedicated to indie developers and indie gamers and people who, you know, like those type of games. That is definitely something that's stuck in my head now. I have to put it away now. Okay, so this is the end of my live stream of Mortal Kombat 11, where we saw the return of KAHN in Season 9 of Kombat League. So I want to say a huge thank you to all those who watched the live stream. Really hope that you enjoyed. Appreciate your support as always. Continue to stay safe, and I will see you next time on Green-HillGaming. So I will say good night to all of you, because right here in Ireland it is 4 minutes past 1 a.m. So good night to you all. It's actually weird how my computer voice is not working. Man, that was actually, that guy, San was his name. Oh my god, it was actually so head wrecking. Like, he continued to do it over and over and over and over. Computer voice ain't working, boy. He continued to do it over and over and over. I mean, literally over and over again, to the point where it just annoyed me so much. So I literally went into the live chat and I was like, I was there for him. I was like, shut up. Still did it. So I put him to timeout in. I can't find a chat for that vid. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for the live chat to show up on the streams. It could take a few hours, but I've noticed that YouTube is getting very strange lately. It's taken a lot longer for these live streams to actually even appear, let alone the live chat, and then I can't even go into people's channel. Like, say, I know, like, if someone new joined the live stream and I wanted to subscribe to them, it doesn't let me. So it's actually quite annoying. But yes, thankfully there'll be no what the hell it is on my live streams. But anyway, I will say good night to you, buddy. Okay, due to, could be actually. Everything is due to COVID-19 now at this fucking stage, man. Honest to fuck, man. Everything, but it could be though. It could be something to do with that. Reduced fucking internet usage thingy, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Anyway, I will say good night to you, buddy. And as always, man, thank you so much for the support. Thanks for watching the live stream, and I hope that you enjoyed. So good night, and I will see you in the next live stream of Green-HillGaming. See you, man. Good night, good night, good night. Sleep well, man, and stay safe.